Hello everybody and welcome back. I am in the middle of the busy season right now, so I'm not sure when this video will reach you, but I am opening this back up at the apartment today because I am here for my final move out meeting. So we are officially done in here. Everything is moved out and cleaned top to bottom. I am excited to be here today and finally be at this moment. I don't think a place like this was ever really for me because you can't do much to make something like this your own other than the stuff you put inside. So while I am ready to move on, it is always bittersweet leaving a place where you've had good times, good memories. This was my first place on my own. It's been very good to me. It was close to my parents' place, which was fantastic. I've worked countless hours, many late nights editing videos here. A lot has happened for my channel and online presence in the 5 years that I've been here. Some of that time, my channel is what allowed me to continue living here. So I'm just feeling really blessed and grateful closing out this chapter and opening a new one. So that's pretty much all I have here. Hopefully I will be done and out for the last time in just a little bit, and I will probably see you back at the condo later for some updates there. Alright, hello, we are back at the condo. It is now evening. I thought I would get back to this earlier today, but that didn't happen. Basically, part of that issue is that I got my window coverings installed today. So I basically got the same style of covering in every room except for the primary bedroom. There is a street light right outside my window, so I needed more of a blackout solution for that room. So actually, let me just go ahead and go back there and we'll start with this one. So all of these shades are from Hunter Douglas, the actual company, not the made-up fan company that every Craigslist seller thinks is a thing. These are essentially your basic honeycomb shade. I'm sure someday you'll see more of them in the daytime where you can see how actually blackout they are. I went with this nice taupey shade. It has a little bit of texture and movement to it. I wanted something with a little character, not just plain white, but I also didn't want to go too far in any one color direction in case I decide to change things up in here in the future. I got the top down bottom up option, which is so nice for maintaining privacy but also letting in a little bit of light. There is a house just across the way there that can pretty much see directly in. I am on the second floor, but the angle does kind of allow them to see in. So super excited to hopefully get a better night's sleep tonight. And then I will just stop in the second bedroom. There are a couple of other updates to look at in here. I am slowly getting things together to make this essentially the dream office that I've never had. I've got 2 more of these height adjustable tables to put together. I'll have places to set up computers to work on videos, a place to set up my vinyl cutter. I have a large scale scanner that I want to get set up and actually be able to scan some documentation and literature that I've been sitting on for a very long time. I'm hoping to also get an area set up for shipping small items from vintagefansandmore.com. I have a couple of other new parts products that I'm really hoping to get launched in the new year. So this room is really going to become a headquarters for a lot of what I do on the internet. I will still have all of my studio and display space at my parents' place, but I'm hoping to get almost everything else integrated into this space. It's super exciting. I've never had the space to actually set up anything like this ever before. I think it's going to immensely increase my efficiency and allow me to multitask on several things at once. Just all stuff that I've never been able to do before. So back to the window coverings now. These are the banded shades from Hunter Douglas. For pretty much every other space, I wanted something with a little bit more drama to it, a little bit more pattern, a little bit more texture. I like things pretty clean and simple, so those aren't aspects that I'm going to apply to much of my other decor. So I thought this would be a good place to apply it because as you use them, the look always kind of changes and shifts. And sometimes if I want a fully open window, they'll just roll away entirely. I had sort of hoped that we could find a darker fabric option. They do have some darker options in the light filtering version of this, but I wanted the ones that cut the light down a bit more. And I think we landed on pretty much the darkest grayish tone that is offered. I definitely don't dislike it. It goes with the spaces great. Everything looks fine. I just envisioned something a little bit bolder, a little more contrasty, but I think these really meet a happy medium between the white inner sills of the window and the black trim. Anything much darker I think might have looked a little bit odd with how this is set up, so I think we ended up okay. These are pretty neat because you can allow light to filter through the bands at basically any height. So you can go up halfway, still have the light filter out the top, but have the bottom open. or you can go ahead and roll them up entirely. These were not what we had originally started looking at, but they are what we ended up with, and I am super happy with it. It really achieved everything that I wanted out of a window covering, and it's a really nice modern look that fits my aesthetic well. So if we go look in the kitchen, this one was a bit of a challenge, and it's a little bit weird how it ended up, but there's really no way around it. With the way this wall isn't really large enough to accommodate a slider and a traditional depth countertop, there just wasn't really any way around it. What's most important is that the shade does its job. The fit is definitely weird, but I've accepted that it's going to be weird. I told my specialist that I've accepted that. It's just one of those quirks that you have to live with. The function is there, so I'm really not mad about it. And then here in the living space, same thing again. Unfortunately, on both of these, we did have to go outside mount. There wasn't enough space inside the frame to do it like in the bedrooms. But I'm also not super mad at that because these are super low profile and give really good coverage up close. Certain other styles do kind of leave gaps on the side when they're outside mounted like this, which was really my major concern, but that didn't end up being an issue here. So I'm going to backtrack to the kitchen to show you the one other update that I do have right now, and that is that I have completed the installation of the lighting on top of the cabinets. So I really could not be more thrilled with how this turned out. So in the end, the whole setup is really super nice. It definitely was a bit of extra investment, but I think this took it from a nicely remodeled kitchen to something very, very high-end. Once we get the backsplash in, everything is really gonna pop. And then at that point, I can't wait to get my dimmers in. I have not utilized these much so far because it just feels like a lot. It's a lot of lumens with no control. Once I have some control over them, I think I will utilize them a lot more. So that's going to do it for now. I had an uncommon full day off during this very busy season. I don't know when I'll be back for more, but I will see you hopefully soon. Hello again. Today I am enjoying my second day off of a very uncommon full weekend in the holiday season. I am one of just a few people who actually know how the entire operation functions at work. So during the holiday season, an entire weekend off does not happen very often for me. I spent yesterday just getting caught up on sleep, number one, and then also just general housework around here. And now today I'm really trying to get some internet stuff done. It's been way too long since I last uploaded to YouTube. I've been sitting here editing the video you're currently watching. I'm at enough footage where I could kind of just cut it off and call it a shorter video, but I figured I'd just hop in and give kind of a little bit of a life update here as well, since it's been a while since I checked in. Work is always tough during the holiday season, but it has proven to be extremely tough this year. We now have a little bit of extra help that we've been getting trained in, so that's really the only reason I've been able to take this entire weekend off. Because of how crazy it's been, I really have not done a lot around here at the condo. I've been here just over a month now and really have not settled in any more than what you saw in the last video. Little bits and pieces here and there, but I'm really still just trying to get by until this holiday season passes, and then I can spend a little bit more time actually getting settled. The only thing that has really progressed is right here in this room. So I got my other two tables assembled and then ended up completely flipping the layout that I thought I was going to do in here. Upon further analysis, after getting everything assembled, it just made a little bit more sense functionally, and it actually made better use of the space, I think. I'm really not set up for anything at all yet. I'm waiting on some more accessories and cable management stuff for the tables. I also pulled the trigger and ordered an actual desktop computer. I think functionally with everything I plan to utilize this space for, it makes sense to make that investment now. So like I said, some small things are moving, not exactly where I need everything to be right now, but it is progress. And then since I was editing and it's on my mind, I want to show you this before it gets too dark outside. I can show you how actually black out these shades are. They do leak a little bit on the edges, but that's okay. I mean, clearly it's full daylight outside, so for it to be this dark in here, it's pretty good. I know there are trim pieces and things to make them actually 100% blackout, but what these do is actually perfect for me. It cuts down the light well enough that I can sleep, but it does let in just a sliver so that you can see a little bit if you do wake up in the night. So I am overall pretty happy with how that turned out. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close this one out so that I can finally get something uploaded for you. Remember to subscribe, ring the notification bell so that you get updates when I do finally post things. Thank you all for watching today and for your patience during this very busy season for me, and I will see you next time.